So here's the deal. If you don't believe in it, no one else will. It is your job, above everything, to believe in what you do, to believe in it so deeply, to know fully inside yourself that it is the best thing in the world.
So what I want you guys to think about, though, is this. It's safe to be seen. It's safe to be followed. It's safe to be watched. It's safe to be liked. So, because what I observe a lot is people on the Instagrams or on the Facebooks or on your blog or on your all of it, it's like somewhere in you want it to be seen, you want the engagement, but you actually don't. You're still really, really scared of shining and letting out the real you to the humans. And what I would say to you is the humans need the real you. That's not optional, that's required. It is required. They need what you have to give. They need what you have to say. They need you. So you're doing them a disservice if you're posting shyly, if you're posting coyly. And I have been there. The first couple years of my business, I was like posting things and deleting them and feeling self-conscious and acting crazy. And I've developed a lot more confidence in myself around like, it's safe to say it all. It's safe to tell the truth. It's safe to share your heart. It's safe to give your spin. And my like caveat for that is when I do it with a positive intention to help others, I do it like we said before, I do it to help me because it's something I have to say. I do it to help me because it's trying to come out of me. It is my self-expression. And at the same time, I know it will help others as well. So it's required to shine bright, to be seen. And yes, some days it's uncomfortable. Some days it's a little weird. You never have to share anything or say anything you don't want to share or say. To start, I would say share what you really want to say. If you couldn't fuck it up, if no one would be mad at you, if you get no yucky comments, then what would you say? Then what would you allow to come through? Does that make sense? I feel like I have immense value and I'm worthy of a 5K month, 20K month, and so much more. Yes, ma'am. But somehow not having the income I need and desire, I do believe I can have it, and I'm preparing for my first launch. So I was just wondering if you had any tips around dredging out that shadow belief that some reason there's not enough or I can't have it because it hasn't shown up yet. It feels to me, Janae, like you've made it bigger than it is. And we all do this. It feels like you think there's some major thing between you and the desired outcome. So tell me if I'm wrong. The energy of it feels like here's you and your desires and what you want, and you think it can happen. Like you see it happening. Like you've definitely moved your way toward it fully. Not saying you haven't done great work. You've done great work, but you think there's some thing left. And the trick is always, what if there were no thing? What if there were no shadow belief? What if there was nothing keeping you from believing you were enough? Just journal on this. What if there was nothing blocking you? What if the block were already removed? What if the limiting belief were already removed? What if it just weren't there? Then what would you do now? How would you feel now? How would you act now? What would you allow yourself to believe now? What if it weren't a thing? And I get it because I'm a human being and I go through it and I'm going through it in certain things. I get it because sometimes it feels like there's things that are bigger than us, but there weren't. There actually weren't ever. You were always more powerful than anything that felt like was in your way, and you were always more powerful than anything that you felt like was between you and whatever. It was always actually an illusion that we bought into and then built up and then came to believe in more and more and more. But what if it never actually had any power? So what if it were fully possible to just know and believe and choose and feel into now the money that you want, and there was nothing between you and having it? Do you have something you say to block or preserve your positive work when someone is being negative around you? Multiple things. So you can be around things and not take them in. So people can be in their drama, people can be in their negativity, and I can observe it and be around it and not take it in. So for me, it's a practice of that's not mine. I give back to you what is yours and I take what is mine. And I let you be where you're at. I might even have empathy and compassion for where you're at, because how many know having an understanding for someone else makes it easier to deal with them. So I might have empathy, I might have understanding, but yours is yours and mine is mine. So whatever it is, like if it's at a job or with a family or whatever, sometimes you have to take breaks, go be by yourself, take care of you. But you can be around things that don't feel good without making them yours and bringing them inside yourself.
So here's the deal. If you don't believe in it, no one else will. It is your job, above everything, to believe in what you do, to believe in it so deeply, to know fully inside yourself that it is the best thing in the world. No one else can believe it until you do. So here is how we get there. I ask myself things like, what does someone get when they enroll in this offer? What transformational process will this offer take them through? What will they experience? What will they learn? How will they grow? How will they be affected? I stay clear on how my offer is of service, and that helps me to have confidence in my offer. Stay connected to the heart and the purpose of the thing always, because here's the other thing. When you're running a business, there's a lot, right? Maybe you have a call with a financial planner and a tax accountant, and you have stuff with your kids and your family, and like all this is going on. And for me, I can be like, I need to get the email out, I want to do a story, I want to do this, and I can just like checklist it, but the checklist isn't what creates results. My love for it, my understanding of how it helps people, my ability to speak about it clearly, and my belief that calling people in will be of service to them, all of that makes the launch work. Does that make sense?